Sexy beam!
Welcome to Morning Musume Monday. I'm Jeremy.
And I'm Jake.
And today we're reviewing Morning Musume's single, Koi no Dansai. So a few quick things about this single is that this is the second single for Gono Maki, and she is receiving an incredible push for being such a new member. The second thing that is important about this single is that it's the only Morning Musume single to include the girls in the instrumentals. Now if you can listen in the background, you can hear the girls blowing in whistles and kind of screaming and shaking around stuff that makes noises, and you can hear them in the back. It's the only single to include the members participating in the instrumentals. So I need to ask you first, before anything, this was the single that you were really looking forward to because it said it reminded you like Bollywood. So I'm wondering if it matched the expectations you had for it.
It was such a crazy song and music video. Like, it was so all over the map. I mean, I'm shocked. But it was good. I mean, it was just so all over the place. I was just like, I mean, they were like going like, oh my goodness, there were so many pants in this video!
There were tons and tons and tons of costume changes.
Like mid-dance move, like they'd be standing there and they'd be like going like this. And then by the time they turn back around, they'd be in like a different costume completely. And it got really confusing for me after a while.
Yes?
Weren't you in red?
Weren't you in something else?
No.
Oh, neither was I.
You could definitely tell they were going for like an Indian style.
It was out in the middle of the desert though. And then it just blew away.
So like they were definitely going for an Indian like look, and with the dancing and the music. Musically, like, I liked the song, just it was odd that it was so like raucous is the word I'm gonna use. There was so much noise in the song, you know, with the girls in the background like woo, hi-ya!
I'm glad that you caught all the background screaming and everything.
For a while I wasn't sure what it was. When I understood it was just like it was like a texture added to the song to add to this kind of crazy party.
And a dance night of love.
I liked how crazy it was. I mean, it was a lot, but I liked that it was crazy, and I liked the kind of Indian sound to it. I liked the goofy dancing. Because let's be real, it was goofy dancing. They were literally like, there's no way that that's not goofy. I mean, it's just like,
yes. I like that they kind of broke out from what they've been doing. Like, you know, in the first 6-7 singles, they were very coordinated and like, Good Morning Musume, and were kind of vaguely seductive. And then they kind of moved into Love Machine, which was really like coordinated dancing of like, here's the moves, but still kind of being a little bit crazy. And then all of a sudden they move into Koi no Dansai, which is just like crazy everywhere, all over the place. The music's everywhere. The dancing is everywhere, the costumes are all over the place, and I like that they had kind of broken out of the shell of we're this very mature Morning Musume. I thought it was interesting at the very beginning of the video is that you see, for the front girls, there's Abe right in the middle, then there's Goto right next to her, and then there's Yaguchi right next to her, and I think it's interesting they're kind of already setting up the pairings and who's going to be the front girls, and they're really pulling away from Abe, and they're really introducing 2 other girls. And so I like the fact that it was like first, second, third generation. I think it's interesting though of how much of a push that Goto is getting. That's the one thing that I've always noticed is her dumbos.
how dare you? Hate, die, just like.
I also showed him the morning curry version, and that was the second video.
Why were they making curry in the morning made out of paper cutouts?
Later on in Morning Musume's history, there's a song called Aruiteru, and as a coupling to that, there's a song called Morning Curry, and it's basically like this really sexed up song, kind of involving food and kind of trying to make a play off of words by talking about making curry, but also really trying to make it sexy. And so basically the whole theme of the song is like, it's really hot, but it's good, and blah 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 blah, and like it's really trying to like make it sexual. And so then they based a concert off of Morning Curry, and they made that the theme. So then when they filmed Koi no Dansai for the Morning Curry concert, they did the VCR themed around making curry.
I like the original a lot. The only thing I liked better about the morning curry version was Gaki. Because her voice sounded really good. I think my favorite part of this video is that they kept doing, and also the
Sexy beam!
Ooh! Musicality beam! Ooh. Why are you singing Summer Night Town? I honestly think you really secretly love that song.
How dare you!
Ah! The Sexy Beam has really been Mari's claim to fame, and I think it's funny, like, going back and rewatching it from the beginning, and, like, even looking in the concerts where they showed him a video of several matchups of the Sexy Beams, and I think it's funny, like, in the actual lives, as soon as she does it, like, the crowds freak out and they love it.
Sexy beam!
Jacob, I need to know what you thought the single was about.
The girls are ghosts. They're sand ghosts living in their alien Indian castle made out of sand, and they blew in and they're like, and it's the day of the Sexy Beam. I have no idea. All I got from the song was it's just a fiesta. It was a party song.
The song is obviously about love. And nothing else. What? The song is about falling in love. It's about being in love. When you're falling in love, your heart goes boom, ba ba boom, ooh, ay ya ya, ay ya ya. When you're kissing, your heart goes boom, ba ba boom. And you know what else I thought of and the first thing that I noticed, and something that kind of came to me randomly, is that Goto is the only Morning Musume member, as far as I can think of, that went into Morning Musume with dyed hair. Do you think that, like, made her stand out at all, and that's why she got, like, that extra push?
Was her hair blonde?
In Love Machine, her hair was blonde.
It wasn't blonde in this one.
No, it was brown though.
I didn't even notice.
Oh, it was brown. What did you think of, like, the color scheme that they used? Because the faces were really whitewashed in the video. Like, you almost couldn't see them. That's how whitewashed they were.
It was a very earth tone music video, and they used a bright teal blue to make like a pop effect. Because for the most part, their outfits were very earthy tones. It was very bleached out, very pale, except for this really cerulean sky teal blue.
Yeah, and the pink. They had a really, really bright pink too. You notice that?
Yeah.
Once in a while.
Also the pink. I really wanted some Bollywood singer to come in and be like, hey, you know, in that very distinctive Bollywood way.
What do you think of that long note at the end? I lose breath every time I try to keep up with that song.
Oh, I want to try. Pull it up.
See? It's a tough...
I did pretty good though.
You did. You did really, really well.
Well, also I sang it in their range, which is higher for me. So I don't know if I could do it better, like dropping down the octave or.
So, for today's question of the day, I don't have one. So I have to think of one. Who do you think did a better Sexy Beam? Do you think Mari did, or do you think Eddie did? Tell us below. Mari! Obviously, because Mari is the beginning. But Eddie really tried very, very hard to be sexy, especially when she was going the Edo Kawaii look and trying to move into that. And she did better, because before she was kind of like, Sexy Beam! And then she was like, Sexy Beam! But it was kind of like, not as cute as Mari did. Anyway, good job. Itadakimasu.
I did it wrong because it's supposed to be like, how dare you! Ow! It burns! It burns!
Please take it. I hate you forever. You jerk. You actually hit me. You hit me. You shot me.
I have no idea why.